TJ, Warrior Dad Nation, more injury prevention and injury recovery tips for your shoulders today. So, I started with the face pulls, which I'm going to show you something really quick, which I did with the rope. If you've heard of face pulls before, the main tip today is that I focused on, one of the things that people don't realize is that a lot of people think that you do face pulls coming from low to high. And technically that puts your shoulder structure in a less optimal position. To put your shoulder structure in the best position for that exercise to really bring your scapula down, strengthen your trapezius, the rhomboids that are below that, and in that middle back, well, the trapezius are big, and then your rhomboids, and then the scapular connective tissues, and the scapular muscles that come in and keep your scapula pinned down, which opens up that shoulder structure, as opposed to, a lot of our exercises focus on the front, and so all that front building, the chest and the front delt raises and the shrugs and all this stuff starts rounding us forward, which pinches in on the internal structures, all the things that come in and tie in and go under, over the clavicle, and all that fun technical structural stuff in there. So face pulls, you want to come from high to low, and you want to bring your hands out a little bit like this. And there's one more little thing that you can add in those. So you take the a tricep pull down the rope with the little knobs on the end, the rope. You take one of those, you put it up high on the cable, and then you're going to bring it back like this. And then an extra little tip that most people don't show you is to improve all those things and to hit them at another angle and improve the fibers being recruited and the connective tissue being strengthened even more than just doing a regular face pull over and over like this. Don't come in just close. Bring them out wider like this. Wide to close. Wide, close. And then I also want you to do a couple of sets where you go wide, up, down, and back. Wide, up, back, down, and back. And that's going to give you even more. And it's not something you want to do every day, like 2 days in a row, but you want to work that into your workout at least twice in a week and up to 3 times in a week. Because they're really good. And you do it at a super light weight, 10, 15, 20 pounds. On the plate. Like I would actually set it onto the 10-pounder and start with those. And then if they have a little thing where you can add like a little 5-pound thing onto it, add a little extra 5 pounds. But I was just doing them at about, there's only 15 pounds on them, and I'm at an advanced stage. And I don't like to add a lot of weight on those. Those are not about doing a lot of weight. Those are about strengthening your connective tissues and really focusing on the quality of the movement, not trying to pull a lot of weight. And then same thing as I start to begin my shoulder workout, same thing. I'm going to go lighter weight. It's just bad lighting. But lighter weight. And let me get this into a better angle. Hold tight, guys. I don't have a camera person with me this week, but my kids are graduating and they said they really want to help me film some footage for you guys this summer. So we're going to be bringing you some more upgraded, better footage and better angles and better lighting and everything this summer. So we're looking forward to it. So I'm going to bring them up like this, and I'm going to hold these a little bit up like this for some reps, and then more of a traditional, not fully sideways, like just a straight, not like this exactly. You don't want to come up above your shoulder. I'm not even going to show you with my old shoulder injury on this side because it's not good for you. You don't want to come up above. And there's several different ways that I would recommend doing it. I'll just show you a couple of them right now. So you can do some sets where you're slightly bringing your thumb up a little bit, like that. And you don't even need to come that high, because the higher you come, you don't need to come all the way down, because now there's no tension on the muscle. So you just need to come up a little bit. The range of motion that puts the most tension on the muscle is really between here and here. And these are just 8 pounds. Warm those shoulders up. Get some blood flow first. Especially if you're getting over a shoulder injury. And I can point my thumbs up a little bit, but if you feel like, but depending upon what your injury is in your shoulder or what past injuries you have, on how your shoulder structure is and how your scapular strength on the back side of your shoulder is. Sometimes bringing your thumbs up may sort of cause a little pain. If it does, then don't do that one. For some people, they have no problem, and it's a really good movement to bring that thumb up like this. For some, you're going to want to keep it more flat, but I wouldn't necessarily recommend. So you can go super flat with your hands, or you can go pinkies up too. But feel out, then those are all okay. But feel out which one. If one of them puts a little too much pressure on an old injury, then just find the hand positioning that works best for you. Start nice and light. And to build strength in your connective tissues, they like light weights and high reps. So if you're recovering from an old shoulder injury, you want to go lightweight, high reps. And then what I'm going to switch to next is I'm going to do a bunch of those, and then I'm going to switch to leaning a little bit more forward, not in a hunched way, back straight. So I'm going to come a little bit forward, and it puts it at a slightly different angle. And you will feel that it actually works your traps a lot. So this will, without doing shrugs, which can really irritate for me, my old shoulder injury, you can just that little lean forward and bringing them in front of you just slightly, but keeping a straight back. Really. And then you can do it where you can put your mind to your muscle. I can do them where I feel it more, where I try not to use my traps too much, by not shrugging up too much, keeping my shoulders down and really keeping the range of motion small and concentrating on that side delt. Or I can think about my traps and sort of at the top shrug my traps, and it's like a shrug. It's a side lateral movement that where I can literally feel my trap, and I'm contracting my trap at the top. And not just the top trap, I can feel it into my rhomboids, into the lower traps that are like your middle back. So just that little lean forward, a couple inches, straighter back. I can do them where I really just concentrate on the side lateral delts. The lighting is terrible there. Maybe it's a little better. Or I can really focus on squeezing the traps at the top. And you can alternate, like do 5 or 10 regular side laterals, or really just focus on even narrowing that range of motion. So you're just concentrating on keeping the tension on your side laterals. Or I can now concentrate on my traps for 5 to 10 reps. And just keep it moving. And then literally, this is one of the exercises, like even if you get to the point where you can only move it a little bit, like keep going. The longer you can keep tension on those muscles, it's not just the muscles, keeping tension on the connective tissues. And as we get older, well, we're all getting older. Even if you're in your 30s right now, you start doing these things now, you'll be able to work out into your 40s, 50s, 60s, and not be riddled with injuries. Because you've slowly, over time, built up the strength of your connective tissues. That's today's Warrior Dad tip of the day. And then after that, I'm going to eventually go into bending over more, keeping that back straight. And I'm going to hit at a slightly more bent over angle, which is going to purposely involve more of the rear delts and the traps and the rhomboids. So I'm sort of working the whole group in my workout this weekend. And for me, I'm technically going low intensity, and lightweight, because I'm recovering from a cold, and I just was in a gnarly trail running race yesterday where my body's totally thrashed. So I'm training smart, promoting blood flow, stimulating the muscles, stimulating connective tissue strengthening and growth without overtaxing my central nervous system and my immune system. Instead, it actually promotes healing and promotes more oxygen and blood flow and recovery throughout your central nervous system and throughout your immune system and throughout your body. And then I'm going to finish up today's shoulder workout with a 20-minute spin on the bike and a stretch to really get that blood flow circulating and bringing the oxygen in the blood throughout my entire body. I'm just going to keep moving because I sort of want to just keep constant tension and movement even while I'm talking to you guys. And then I'm going to finish with that spin on the bike and a stretch. That's super important at the end of your workout. On the end of a weight training day is to finish with, even if it's only 10 minutes on the bike, but if you can squeeze 15 minutes or 20 minutes, it's even better to get that blood flow. Especially if you're on running training where the next day you're going to hit a gnarly run, there's higher impact and higher tension on your tendons and everything. It keeps your tendons and ligaments, your Achilles tendons, your calves, your hamstrings, you want to keep them lubricated and elastic in between running sessions. So one of the ways of doing that is on your gym day, finish it with a 20-minute spin on the bike where you can control the tension. If I go for a bike ride, that's more pressure on those tendons than you realize. Especially if there's a little hill and you accelerate from off of a stoplight, you stand up on the pedals. There's more pressure and tension on those Achilles tendons and things like that than you realize. So if you're really aggressively pursuing like trail running or just a running regimen where you want to do a 10K or a half marathon or something like that, or a full marathon or what have you, or an ultra race, which is beyond a marathon, really want to keep those recovery days. It's not a full recovery. You want to keep them active recovery. And you want to do your upper body training, and then you want to do that 20-minute spin and that stretching routine at the end of your workout. Go right from training the weights right into that cycle, right immediately into your stretching routine while the blood flow is still fresh before the muscles kind of get cold and the oil drains out of the engine and down into the oil pan. You want that oil up in the engine, up in those pistons, up in those valves. You want to keep it all firing and all lubricated. And then get your protein in and get some healthy food in immediately after your workout, which will aid in your recovery. Don't gorge a big meal though, because now you're sending all the blood to your gut instead of keeping it in the muscles. So you have a small but healthy meal immediately after your workout and then wait an hour. And then have another small meal. Like after your workouts, going and gorging on a big fat old meal is counterproductive. You need nutrients right away. And then you want to keep nutrients coming in on a steady basis after an intense workout. But, and you notice there's constant tension. You can even see, the lighting's not even that good in here, but you can see there's constant tension. And I don't even have to move them a lot. But right now, I'm doing this on purpose. I don't need to do giant range of motion. I'm just keeping constant tension on them where I can barely move it, but you see there's constant tension on those muscles. I'm doing more good for my shoulders right now than if I was pushing some heavy weights. I'm telling you. And you can tell I'm almost 50 and I'm not even trying that hard. And I'm not even training shoulders super hard right now because I'm really working on improving my shoulder strength and my shoulder mobility. Because I have an injury on this side from years ago that kept me out of the gym for years until I really went into studying the rehab exercise physiology and diving deep into that. Not enough trainers do that. Everyone's giving you these cookie cutter workouts and the stuff they teach you in personal training, certificate training courses and whatnot is so generic. So I'm all about taking things to a whole nother level. Investing in yourself and investing in your body and investing in a coach that makes a bigger difference in your life is so important for your longevity. Because you want to keep working out when you're 50, 60, 70 years old. You can be a beast if you train right. And I'm going to show you through my life example on how to do that. I'm about to turn 50 and I'm able to do things that I never thought were going to be possible at this age. And so I want to keep showing you what's possible as you get older. And in long term, I'm not into get fit quick schemes. 30-day challenge, and by the end of 30 days, it's just not maintainable. You're wrecked, you're damaged, you're beaten up, you destroyed your body, and then you fall off and you put all the weight back on and you fall apart and you don't get the results. I'm about long-term success, long-term strength. That's why I'm still moving. I don't know how long I've been doing this for. My shoulders are burning. You gotta try this sometime. Just keep them moving. Like I can barely lift them. But you can see there's still constant tension. I'm doing more good for my shoulders right now than you could possibly imagine. So that's Warrior Dad Nation's tip. Injury prevention, injury recovery, and training tips of the day. Hope you're doing fantastic. Look forward to talking with you really, really soon. Don't forget to click like if this is helpful to you. If you found this informative, make sure to subscribe and follow us. I'm going to have, especially this summer, we're going to be really starting to fill up this channel with some amazing content that can help you really make a difference in your workouts and make a difference in your life and in your training and in your longevity, and help you recover from old injuries, recover from current injuries, and build up strength where you don't even have injuries in the future. So, this is TJ Haynes from Warrior Dad Nation, signing off and wishing you a beautiful Sunday, or beautiful whatever day you see this on. And make sure to check us out on Facebook at Warrior Dad Nation. I'll talk with you guys soon. Have a great day. TJ signing off. You.